Hey guys, we always love to hear from you at the Problematic Podcast. So if you've got a funny story or a problematic person in your life, feel free to email us at theproblematicpod@gmail.com, or now you can text us at 412-204-6943. We love to hear from you. Don't forget to like and follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and like and subscribe on YouTube. Let's get into today's show.
Yay.
We are back at it. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey,
Or whenever
Whitney.
time you're listening to it.
Yeah, or this could be your commute home podcast, and that
Your
is
house
okay.
cleaning podcast.
That is okay with us. Welcome back, everybody, to the Problematic Podcast. I am your friendly host, Rita. This is my friendly co-host, Whitney. Hey, Whitney.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm actually good. I'm not stumbling over my words this time.
Okay. I mean, that's beautiful.
I usually do the little stumble where I'm like,
you be like,
that.
I'm glad.
It's like a lost reception.
I am glad that you are doing well today. Whitney had a birthday last week. How was that?
It was great. Actually, my husband, we went out the Saturday before because my birthday fell on a Monday. So we went out the Saturday before and we got to like do some vintage shopping. I got to go move through some records, some vinyls. That was really, really cool. That actually plays into my listens.
We getting into the what you been listening to.
Hey, I did.
So let's hear
all right.
it.
And see, look, I knew you would be proud of me.
I am so proud.
I'm combing through these records, mind you. And this is at Philadelphia AIDS Thrift.
I go ahead. I'll tell you about it later. Go ahead.
I wanted to hear it. Oh,
no. It's off podcast stuff. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I went and I was combing through. First of all, I felt like it was really anti-black. There were so many little white boys that were surrounding me, one of whom almost dropped a record on my head, one of whom backed into me. I'm like, I am
it's a very cramped space where their vinyls are. It's very, very tight. Yeah.
But you gotta not be like paying attention to fully back into someone. And I was wearing a bright colored coat, and I'm tall and I'm neat.
Let me tell you something. You are tall. You are tall.
I'm the Nephilim. It's fine. I'm totally fine with being Goliath's little cousin. So yeah, I'm combing through the racks and I found like a few really good ones. It's like show tunes, like the original cast of 42nd Street. I found oh God, I forget the name of the band, but it's a black quartet and they just do jazz renditions of show tunes. I found that just a bunch of old but good stuff.
You're my competition.
No, we share
because I go there for my show tunes.
I didn't know that.
That is where I go for my show tunes.
Okay.
No, it's all good. No, it's beef now. It's beef now.
Okay. But okay. No.
It's absolutely beef now. But okay.
This is problematic. So I'm combing the rack, and then one of the people who worked there was putting new stuff on, and he puts down Roberta Flack's first take.
Shut up! No, he didn't.
Roberta Flack's first take, one of her first albums, if not the first album. I can't really remember the order. And he puts it like sort of close to me, but not close enough, like where other people would notice. So I watched him put it down, and I was like, and I think everyone heard me.
And you got excited. And it became a war.
Listen, he was like, I knew somebody was going to be happy with finding this, but I didn't know it was going to be like in 30 seconds. I was like, you don't understand. It's like my birthday weekend. It's like, oh, happy birthday. And then they had a sale, which, their prices are stupid anyway.
Yeah, I've seen that. Like if you read the sign on the wall, it's like 25% off if it's been there for 3 months, 50% off if it's been there for 6 months, which is really, really cool.
It's really, really cool. And then they just had it was like a music sale. So it was like 50% off of every like CD tape. And it was just, we just happened to be down there because of where he was taking me to dinner. And so, yes, I was listening to Roberta Flack.
All right, I'm here. I am here for the feel good vinyl stories. It is officially beef between me and Whitney
Tis
because
not.
I've gotten like four. So when I first got into vinyl, for those listening who care a little bit, I promised myself I would only buy show tunes. That was because I know myself. I know music. If I start crate digging for everything, I'll end up blowing my budget
It's
on
expensive.
vinyl. It can get very expensive fast because you see things that like you haven't seen in years, and you're like, oh, I gotta have it because it's
I gotta
nostalgic.
have it. Yeah.
So I was like, only show tunes. I think my first vinyl, um, my fiance actually got me on like our first date, and it was In the Heights. And I was like, okay, I'll just stick to show
Show tune.
tunes. And I've gotten a couple of my so for those who live in the city of Philadelphia, Jeannie Giovanni's room was like first gay black bookstore. They have vinyl there, and that is where I would go and get a lot of my show tunes. And like I've found some gems, some original Broadway recordings.
Of
So
course they have show tunes there. Why wouldn't I have thought of
right. Right. So now Whitney's digging in the crates that I thought
I'm
were my
over at
secret
Philly
crates.
AIDS. That's a whole different store.
Yeah, no.
Same family.
Yeah, same
They
family.
cousins.
Same
They
family.
cousins.
So
You
yeah,
know, no. Because then
Whitney's
there was other trash over there. I was like, who is this? Like, this is random records, random high school
yeah, of course.
casts and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
So, it's beef, but not beef.
It's not. We're different stores.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll allow it. I'll allow it this time. Um, I, as I've mentioned on this podcast before, I'm a huge Big K.R.I.T fan. I'm a huge fan of like hip hop that actually sounds like hip hop, and lyricism that doesn't sound like mumbling or drug induced
Oh
rants
Lord.
against someone's baby mom.
Oh
So
Lord.
I shared Big K.R.I.T. He released a single a few weeks ago, and that was like what I've been listening to. Well, Big K.R.I.T has blessed me with an album.
Oh, come on.
Oh, wait. I didn't write down the name of the album. Oh my God. I took all these notes on this album and didn't write down the damn name. I am awful, y'all. Just awful.
It's one of those days, you guys. Thank you guys for sticking with us.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. It's called Digital Roses. Lord Jesus. Digital Roses Don't Die by Big K.R.I.T. The album is incredible. Now I've shared with you guys. He's doing more singing on this album, but he does a lot of his own production. It's very like funk and old blues based, lots of jazz hip hop samples, which is really incredible. So I'll just go ahead and say some of my standouts on the album because I need to get better at telling y'all where to go first. Road Clean, Just for You, Wet Lashes, and Shot Glasses are my favorites on the album. I'm still listening to Big K.R.I.T Is Here album from 2019. That was like my vote for best hip hop album of 2019. That is still in rotation. Do I think this album is as good as the K.R.I.T Is Here album? No. But this album is still incredible. It's got a few more interludes that I care for. I feel like interludes really break up the continuity of the album, but this album is amazing. He's giving you the same things he always gives you: the lyricism, the good production, the like cool ass cousin vibes. You're gonna love this album. So for anyone who is a fan of Big K.R.I.T, check out Digital Roses Don't Die. If you're not a fan of Big K.R.I.T, I don't know what's wrong with you. Maybe expand your palette a little bit. Try something new.
Yeah.
I think you'll like it. If you're a fan of like Outkast, I think you would like Big K.R.I.T. If you're a fan of like J. Cole, I think you'd be a fan of Big K.R.I.T. J. Cole is a fan of Big K.R.I.T. So like I'll just put it out there like that.
Just throw it out there like that.
I'll throw it out there like that. So yeah, check those out. Road Clean, Just for You, and Wet Lashes and Shot Glasses are some of my favorites. I'm happy that I got this album over the weekend. So maybe you guys can check it out.
Listen to the musics.
All right. So
we just had such a good intro, and then I just watched your face.
We did. I looked at the notes, and
you can't wait to get out of February.
Okay, because all y'all sought out to do was ruin my Black History Month. We're gonna start off. I feel like we have to talk about Kim and Kanye every week, because every week it's really like a show now. It's the show that none of us want to watch. It's like I don't watch Love and Hip Hop, but then occasionally I'll come across the reunion show, and it's like all 5 episodes of the reunion show, and I'm like, well, I'm here now. I get all the backstory. Let's do it. But before we get into that saga, I don't know what it is about Valentine's Day that turns crazy, unwell people into crazier, unwell people. And I saw a lot of y'all Valentine's Day stories, and I hope we have time to get into the ones that I thought were the most problematic. But I got to start by saying, Whitney, did you hear Nick Cannon's new album?
Oh
new
God,
single
girl, no! I've
called
avoided that
Alone?
song like the plague.
All right, so
He's still singing. Is he singing?
he is. Well, he's not singing. He's doing like the melodic R&B rap thing.
I heard he was singing.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll be fair. He is singing. Like anybody over 30 is going to say Nick Cannon. Nickelodeon Cannon is singing. But yeah. So let. I don't even know which way to approach this. It's like it's a lot. Okay, so Jesus. Nick Cannon still doing music after we've asked him 100 polite ways to knock it the fuck off is hilarious to me. Nick Cannon still saying, you know what, I'm Nick Cannon. I have way more money than you guys. I'm going to keep doing music, even though we're like, Nick, here's something we don't need from you. Album cuts. I respect the audacity, not enough to put up with it, but I respect it. But Nick Cannon sampled his ex-wife's song, Love Takes Time to Heal, which is a bop, like classic, to pen a song called Alone. And our crooner, Nickelodeon Cannon, is singing about how he regrets some things that may have went wrong in his first marriage with Mariah Carey. And he is alluding to the fact that he's made some mistakes. He regrets that. And, you know, now that he's Father Abraham and has 100 kids.
Many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham. You know what's weird?
What's weird?
Give it like 2 generations, and there's gonna be too many Americans that are gonna be able to point to like ancestry from Nick Cannon, and I don't like that.
They're gonna be breaking down his lineage like they do Thomas Jefferson's every 4 years. Like,
I mean, at least all Nicholas's were consensual, but we don't have to go into that. We don't have to go into that.
But yeah, so Nick Cannon decided, for whatever reason, even though I would have taken a stand-up special over more Nick Cannon music, because like I said, no one ever goes throw that Nick Cannon on ever.
No one.
Nickelodeon Cannon could literally stop making music and everyone would be like, well, praise God. But yeah, he wrote this song, and I feel like, I don't know if we're on kid 7 or kid 8. But
we're on 7. The one passed away.
Oh no! Oh my God! I do remember
one of his babies passed away. I believe. I don't know the name of the mother of that child, but yeah, he went on his show to talk about it, and he was a tearful mess. And I'm sitting here like, because I saw the clip, and I'm like, why are you working?
Right? Why?
Why are you working? Go mourn your child. Go. Yes. Get some rest, go lay down, go take a drink, go do what you have to do to heal. Like, why are you here? And then he just announced another pregnancy with another girl who looks like the girl. It was like the other girl.
A gender reveal. Let me tell you something.
Shooting up the clubs, just shooting them all.
Okay, rat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Just Nickelodeon Tommy Gun Cannon is out of control. This man,
machine gun cannon over here is just losing his mind.
I am at the point where I'm like, okay, Nick,
this is a lot.
The time
in like 2 years,
right? The time to get your wife back, or even tell your wife how you felt, was probably 4 kids ago. This is not the space or the time. And he's saying in the song, she's got a new man. You've
She
made
does.
mistakes.
You did.
All things you could have sent in a very messy, I don't know, Valentine's Day text message. You didn't have to go here. I'm not saying how men should express themselves. What I am saying is no one ever wants music from Nick Cannon. We definitely don't want sad, depressing music from Nick Cannon. Now, when he was doing the song with the B2K and the Gigolo, when I was like, I don't know, 17, and I had something to dance to in the underage clubs, it was great.
The ones with the bubbles randomly.
Yes. Remember phone parties?
Why were we like this?
I do not know. But
it's filthy.
Yeah. Listen, you tell me I gotta walk through a phone party now. What?
Soap. No. What? Like soap that's been on other people's bodies.
Ew, nasty. We were a foul generation. But yeah, no, I just don't understand what's going on. I always try to be careful here because I always want men to feel like they have a safe space to express themselves.
Well, let me be the problematic one.
Okay, thank you. So
Robin Thicke also did this. Remember, he did that whole album. I gotta get her, go, get her, go, get her, go, get her. And that album fucking flopped because nobody asked for this. Nobody wanted it. Paula was still going. You still cutting up, and you sitting on this track crying about going to get her. And she said, "I'm crying. Right, you can come pick up the kids at 7,
right? Per our separation agreement."
Okay. And I know we're gonna touch on the Kanye and Kim situation, but y'all think that these gestures are romantic, and they actually end up making you look crazy.
Okay.
Crazy. You want to know what's romantic? Let's have a conversation while we're in the thick of things before I'm gone. Yes. Before you're like, oh shit, she's really gone. Right. Appreciate her then. Give her her flowers then. Right. Do the nice things then. Amen. Have the conversations throughout the relationship and say, hey, I just want to sit you down. Let's chat. How do you think this relationship is going? And I know for some guy just heard that and was like, dude, I never would have thought of that. Check in. Check the fuck in. It's just like, you don't have to wait till things are bad to check in. Just like you don't have to wait till your car breaks down to take it in, for maintenance and inspections and stuff.
Or for your tires to be completely bald and for you to total your car before you realize, damn, I should just get some tires. But I say thank you because you put things so eloquently. I am just tired of people using the heartache that they caused as a tool to be problematic to other people. Like Nick Cannon writing this song, I'm sure Mariah does not care. Like I'm sure she does not give a damn. But what was your tool here? Like what made you go call your engineer and be like, yo, I got something, can we meet up in the studio? Like what was the audience here? And like Whitney said, I think a lot of the gestures, and I think this is society's fault because you look at all the movie gestures of men trying to get their women back have historically been bad. And women do some crazy things too. I'm equally, not.
Yes, gross.
As a woman who's only dated women, I can tell you that y'all aren't much better. However, these grand gestures, when they come off as harassment,
yes,
not cute. And I'm not saying that this song is harassment, but if I were Mariah Carey, I'd roll my eyes so damn hard they'd fall out my head because you have to realize how ridiculous you look on child 7 and 8 saying that you wish you treated me better. And our kids are like fucking teenagers now. Are you Nickelodeon can do better? This is
a reminder that Mariah Mimi Carey sued a man for wasting her time and won.
And won. First off, when Mariah Carey said, I'm going to beef with Eminem and parody him in my video, and literally no human on the planet with good sense goes, you know who I want smoke with? Eminem. The man who lives and thrives. That man was forged in the smoke and born in the smoke.
He built an entire career on harassing and threatening women.
Okay.
While crying about his daughter. This is so strange. This is so
please,
strange.
please just
I'm
leave
glad
me.
he's sober. I'm glad
Please.
he's sober.
Right. Okay.
Sobriety looks good on him.
Doesn't it?
Listen, he looked great at the Super Bowl. I was like, sir, look at you with your skin and
This
everything.
is a
You
man
look
who is no
hydrated.
longer thinking about killing his ex-wife. This
Or
is
mother.
we call that growth. Look at the growth. But yeah, I see these gestures, like you said, that Robin Thicke album, Paula, was, I'm sure a lot of people thought that was a sweet gesture, and those people are unhealed and need help. The meaning behind it may have been well thought out, but I promise y'all, people want to be treated well in the relationship, not after the relationship. Just for anyone listening who might be confused about that, just write that down. People deserve to be treated right the first time. They deserve that. Now, indeed. Do they deserve your shoddy Nickelodeon ballads afterwards? Probably not.
Let's just do this.
Please just try to avoid those moving forward.
Write a letter.
Send a drunken text message. That's easier to delete. Because I
don't want to be that shit either.
I don't want to be like pulling out the car wash and hear your song sampling my classic.
God.
Could you just imagine being their kids? Dad,
I don't want to.
Dad, what the fuck is this? If my dad wrote my mama song trying to get my mom back, I'd be like, Father, let's have a conversation.
We need to talk, Daddy, because this is not good, Dad.
Especially if my father gave me 6 additional siblings afterwards. You got to be kidding me.
Dad, what are we talking about here? Mom's over here glowing and looking happy, just enjoying her season of rest until we get to Christmas.
Just like and not touring and minding her business.
Right. I've watched. What is it about thriving women that bothers y'all so?
Oh, that has to thriving be a whole different
show
podcast, right?
Sorry, y'all. I don't mean to bring up a topic.
I saw so much of that over Thanksgiving. Why do I keep wanting to call Valentine's Day Thanksgiving?
Well, no, not Thanksgiving. Are you grateful?
I am.
I'm grateful that go.
I'm not dealing with y'all. Yeah, like I'm not saying Nick Cannon is being abusive. Clearly, he has some stuff on his heart, and I think that he thought that this was the least problematic way to go about it between juggling, I don't know, his starting lineup of kids. But
Jesus,
yeah, again, I just ask kindly, politely, Nick Cannon, stop making music. I just don't want
slow down on the babies, because like I know you got money, I know you stay with a job, but sir, after like
in the song,
a lot of college.
Right. In the song, he referenced paying $10,000 a week. And I'm like, sir, if that is not I don't care how much money you have. I don't care if you have endless amounts of money. Who wants to just keep cutting checks to all these people? I'm sure your accountant is exhausted.
Or well paid, either way.
I mean that too. You can be well paid and exhausted.
That's true.
It's very possible.
Listen, both can be true. Ciao.
Yeah, that I'm sure that takes us right along to our next point.
Shit.
In our newest episode of Kanye is getting a little bit scarier and Kim is getting more support and more sympathy, which again, no one ever wants to be sympathetic to Kim Kardashian. I'm sure you all have seen the text messages that Kanye decided to share with the world. And I'm sure you've seen Kim Kardashian's response like, Kanye, why do you have to share our messages with everybody? Why is that necessary? And then the threats. Okay. Whitney, help me out here.
I don't know if I can because I am lost too.
Threatening Pete Davidson is hilarious. Let me tell you something. Okay.
I saw him get out of the car holding a Superman figurine. Yes. Like he was like going to his house. He was like so excited about this figurine, and someone was like coming to park his car. He was like moseying on up, and it was adorable.
Listen,
and I was like, it's Pete Davidson
because he's tall and rich and has your baby mom. He's unbothered. But the last person,
largely.
For Pete is unbothered, and
largely
Kanye
unbothered.
This week seems to be the most bothered person in the world. I have not watched this documentary yet. Let me
Me
get that
neither.
out the way.
I was
I
going to do it
do
this weekend.
intend to watch it though.
I was going to do it this weekend
Because from what I'm hearing, like seeing glimpses of the old Kanye just excites me. So yes, I'm looking forward to seeing.
I'm gonna be sad.
I am going to be sad, but I am going to watch the documentary. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm not.
I'm watching it.
Kanye is bothered by this Pete Davidson fellow being with his soon-to-be ex-wife, but I do think it's very, very funny that Kanye West is coming out now saying he wants his family back. Sir, Kim filed divorce papers over a year ago. Yeah, it's been over a year.
She announced that she was legally single at the end of last year.
Why are you bothering her now? You had nothing better to do over Valentine's Day week. Why are you bothering her now? And
sending
then
her flowers and stuff.
If I were Kanye West and I was as pressed and as bothered about getting my family back, I definitely wouldn't be taking shots at Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson has, whether you like him or not, he has a platform that is on every Saturday and people love it. And people tune in to laugh at other people. Yeah. Do you really want to go back and forth with this guy?
Like I said, his monologue about the whole situation was impeccable.
And you know there's going to be another one and another one because this show, from what I understand, comes on every Saturday night. I just don't understand. Just leave it alone. But somebody shared a post this week, and the post was like, Kanye's tweets are looking a whole lot like what OJ's tweets would look like if Twitter was around in 94. And I was like, well,
that's scary.
Damn. That's also scary. That's also a very valid point.
Incredibly valid, but also incredibly frightening. Like, especially if you're, any of these relatives of Kim K. Like, the man has shown himself to be completely volatile. He's had at least one incident of, physical abuse against somebody recently. He's erratic. He's, he dumped his body double. Which can I talk about her for a second? Because
you sure can.
All right. I'm not gonna hold you. The whole Julia, her name is Julia Fox, that chick. First of all, I'm tired of these outlets like The Cut, and I think it was New York Times Magazine. I don't know. No, maybe it was just The Cut. But I'm tired of the outlets trying to make her a thing. She's not a thing. You're not gonna make Fetch happen. You're not going to make Fetch happen. Fetch is not happening. No, none of us are interested in her. And one of the biggest reasons I'm really not interested in her is that she's come out blatantly saying, she used Kanye as a come up.
Right.
And I'm like, so you knew that he was in a bad mental health space.
Right.
You knew. So, and can I just be really, really blatantly honest? If Julia rather was a Black woman,
oh my God,
and she had come out and
said the slander
that she used a rapper for a come up,
even though
we know it happens. We know it happens. We know we've watched it happen. And we've been privy to some of that knowledge later when people publish books. But if she had just come out and said that just on a news platform, unlike Julia, who's getting like all this like, oh, praise for self-love and taking care of herself and and she's interesting. She is a generic white girl.
Ooh.
She is a generic white girl who got, she got chosen for the moment. And now that Kanye's done, she gets away with her Birkin, she gets away with her Balenciaga, and she gets to go on with her life. If y'all try to make Fetch happen, I swear I will take every opportunity to make fun of you. I swear she is not a thing.
Happen.
She's not a thing.
We all know he was parading around with this woman in an attempt to look okay, just to come out a week later and say, I'm bothered. I'm so bothered, and I want my family back. Meanwhile, again, I never want to feel sorry for Kim Kardashian, but what I am noticing about these news outlets, and we get who Kanye fans are and the people who are quote unquote attacking him and the people who are supporting him, but she's saying very little. She doesn't have to say much, because the thing with Kanye is you can just let Kanye going, well, He'll curse people out, he'll threaten people, he'll drop people's names and songs and then want to be like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Like, just letting his mental health issues play out how they play out. And I think being a Kardashian, that's probably her best approach is I don't have to say anything.
Oh, she's smart.
She can just be seen with her.
Smart woman. She's like, you know what? I'm waiting for the announcement of the restraining order personally, but because this is getting like to the levels of scary, but without that particular thing, she's letting him prove her case.
Right.
Without you, she didn't even have to make her case. There's, like you said, like a lot of us weren't on the whole Kim Kardashian situation. Like we weren't naturally defending her, but you don't have to be a fan of Kim Kardashian to see that this is completely wrong.
Scary
and that
is
this
scary.
Is harassment.
Scary is scary. And no woman will want to find herself in a position where you're receiving text messages like, your ex is saying that if you don't change or if you don't change your behavior, the person you're currently dating is going to end up hurt, or you having to have a conversation and then having those texts be public, like begging your ex to, hey, could you not say these things because you know your fans will get riled up and they'll attack him or they'll hurt him. Because, you know, Kanye sent out the request asking people to like scream at Pete Davidson when they see him. You can't put a battery in the back of your fans because some of them are just as crazy and out of control as you are. Like, that's not normal behavior. You know, that is crazy behavior. That is
very problematic.
Okay. Like, y'all
name of the podcast.
Y'all can love this man, and we all have loved Kanye at some point or another. Some now more than ever. I get it. But you gotta admit, crazy is crazy. We all know he has mental health issues, and I think most people are sympathetic to that. But it's like, bro, take your meds and be better. You can't like use it as an excuse, like
at all. No, there's plenty of people who have mental health issues and don't cause these types of troubles. But here's my problem. My problem is that I heard a guy recently say today that someone that he follows on his feed said that I'm the same way as Kanye, and if you leave me before I'm done loving you, I'm gonna do the exact same thing. And I'm like, that's frightening because, you know, Kim, she has all the resources in the world to protect herself and her family. And, you know, Pete Davidson's not a slouch either. I'm sure he has his own security team and that, but, you know, regular Susan, you know, and James out here, James cutting up and acting foolish, you know, charging up to the house. She doesn't have security.
Do you know how many stories just in the city of Philadelphia we've heard over the last year about men just murdering and killing their quote unquote ex-girlfriends, ex-wives? Like, I think it's very, very easy for, not attacking men, but I think it's very, very easy for men to find the funny in these circumstances because if you've never had somebody not leave you alone. And I'm not saying that men don't go through this, because there are crazy women exist.
Crazy broads.
They'll show up at your house and they'll show up at your job.
And crazy non-binaries too. Crazy, it goes across the human experience.
They'll call and cuss out your mama and like threaten your grandma when she's coming
and
out
your kids. It's too much.
Not saying that doesn't happen, but like, please don't try and find all of the funny in this because it's your favorite artist or your favorite producer, because like, that's still scary and weird. And it's I don't like putting the battery in the back of people, like regular crazy people sitting at home is like, Kanye's just passionate. He might be, but it's getting,
there's a difference between passionate.
Scream at my current boyfriend when you see him.
No. No. Here's the thing about Kanye. Kanye had all the time to do the work that he needed to do during, you know, their relationship, because they were together for a very long time. They were together for a while here, and they produced 4 people.
Right.
So like, he had the time to do the work that he needed to do. Kim had to get out for her own mental health and for her own like benefits and stuff like that. Not to mention that her kids are watching this all unfold, and as if they won't find out, let's say 14, I was going to say 16 or 17, but probably 13, 14, when they have unfiltered access to the internet, how their father treated their mother.
Right.
And what do you think? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Like, yeah, you sent a truck full of flowers to her house that says my vision is crystal clear with the K's. And you think that's going to win her back?
You don't get to send me flowers
motherhood.
when we're not together. You know
No.
that I'm dating someone else.
Yeah.
You know that I'm dating someone else.
Yeah.
You and the whole world know that. Why are
No.
you sending me flowers? You don't get to force your will upon someone else. Like
that
man,
part.
woman,
That part.
ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, ex-husband. You don't get to force or nudge someone in the direction of being with you. It doesn't work like that.
I want to go back to something that you said about loving Kanye. And you're right. We've all loved Kanye at one point. You know,
every last one of us.
Mine was when he opened his mouth and said George Bush doesn't care about Black people. Which sucks because now Kanye, it seems like Kanye only cares about Black people when it comes time to demonize his wife for leaving him because he's all brokenhearted about it, which that happened recently where he tried to mobilize the Black community against Kim. And we were like, I'm sorry, you getting married. We just said that a choice.
We looked up and said no and went right back to scrolling on the interwebs.
Not since you disparage Harriet Tubman.
No.
We don't have shit to say to you.
Sorry.
But like, my question is, where are the people who really love Kanye? Like the people who are not impressed every single week, because it's like there's so many yes people and that's all well and good. But like, where are the people who are like, look at this erratic behavior? Like, yo, did you take your medicine?
Would you let your friend
that part
do this? Like
your sister, if your brother,
would you let me as my friend send this truckload of flowers to my ex when I know she is in a high profile relationship with someone else?
Take phones.
Okay.
I take phones.
Good friends do. And be like, bitch, no, this is not. Mm-mm. This is not the behavior. We are not going out sad like this.
No,
not on this team. We won't allow it.
We believe in therapy. We believe in prayer. We believe in community action.
We believe in twerking to get our mind off of things. Whatever your therapeutic friendship dynamic is, by all means. But
a friend trip, we need to like get out of the state.
This is not how friends let their friends act. It's not how cousins let their cousins act.
No.
My mother would be shamed. I'm sure your mother would be too. So
listen. And she would tell all my business to the church. Like, listen, y'all need to pray for my baby. She's losing her mind. She done sent a whole truckload of flowers to this man. She done questioned his
somebody who's spending Valentine's Day with someone else.
Fully enjoying themselves, not thinking about you.
The embarrassment. Oh my God. I can't imagine. I just can't imagine. Yeah, again, at some point it's getting real OJ-ish. And when somebody drew that parallel, I was like, ooh, that's nasty. I don't like it.
Especially considering the connection between OJ and the
because I'm going out on a limb right now. Unpopular opinion. Y'all already know who to write to if you don't like it.
Don't you say what I think you're going to say.
Problematicpod@gmail.com.
If you say what I think
already know.
Say, I'm a fight.
O.J. Simpson is the biological father.
It's not.
We have not confirmed, but I wholeheartedly believe. Listen, I'll put it like this. If it came out tomorrow that O.J. Simpson was Khloe Kardashian's dad, why is she so tall?
She just is.
Why the rest of them so short?
Wasn't her daddy tall?
No. You know who was tall though?
Don't you say
Orenthal James Simpson. That's who was tall.
She doesn't even look like him.
Yes, she does. Tall. No, she doesn't look like him, but she knows. All right, not like I'm gonna send you the side by side. You know who Khloe does look like though?
Who?
OJ's daughter. That's scary. No. I'm gonna send you the
side.
Wait,
I gotta look this up.
No, you gotta
don't do this to me.
No, you really gotta see the side by side.
Wait. We need pre-surgery Khloe's face.
Okay, fine. Listen, I'm sure Google will allow you to do it, but no,
we need that side by side.
No, what is the young lady's name? Sydney? I think it's Sydney. They look alike.
Can I show wealthy people? I'm a poor.
I'm
down.
A poor. No.
Oh no.
Okay, you see it? Okay. I'm crazy. I'm crazy.
Oh,
I'm crazy.
No.
You gonna sit here and act like I'm crazy? No. Okay. I'm just saying there's my conspiracy theory for the week is all I'm saying. Where are you going? We have a whole episode.
I don't know, child.
I'm not saying that they are or they aren't. I'm just saying, I'm looking at a picture of young. Y'all playing in my face, and I hate y'all. I'm looking at a picture of young Chloe, and I'm looking at a picture of young Sydney, and they must be cousins, I guess. Maybe they're cousins.
You're rude.
I'm rude.
You are so rude.
These kids are.
Don't you text those to me.
I'm okay. I won't. That's fine. Whatever. I'm gonna put up a meme though. A meme is coming. Anyway, moving right along. I have to circle back to one of last week's problematic people because I was having a conversation in my car today, and maybe you can help me explain why bowling alleys are not a space where de-escalation can occur. And I say that because you remember last you remember last week's video where the baby was tussling in the bowling alley.
It looked like a cartoon.
Oh, yeah,
it looked like a scene from a movie.
It does, but what is it about bowling alleys that make people fight like that? Because let me tell you something. Although
big balls.
Oh God. Although I am old, I don't even know why you said that. Although I am very old now, I spent a lot of time playing basketball as a kid, and I've seen a lot of close fights playing basketball, but people can de-escalate when they're playing every other sport but bowling.
And hockey.
Why y'all be tearing up the bowling alleys like this? Why?
What is it about bowling alleys that bring out the worst of humanity?
Right. Okay. Is it the nasty cheap beers that they sell at the bowling alley?
I think it's the 80s carpeting with the moon and the stars.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And they sticky too. Maybe that is it. Because sticky floors definitely upset.
And the weird shoes, they're probably uncomfortable.
Yeah, just spreading fungus and goofiness.
And then they give you all that sugar, like because they only have like pizza and like soda. Like unhealthy food. That could fuel somebody's rage. I can see that.
It could definitely fuel somebody's rage. But I saw a news report over the weekend that Danny Lee's brother is suing the baby. And oh, surprise, surprise. Who did not see that coming? That was an absolute shocker. I definitely saw that coming. I don't know who else is shocked, but I wasn't. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, from the video footage that I saw that baby man swing first. So that baby man.
Yeah.
It's got settlement.
He's got a lawsuit. Yeah, he's got a lawsuit on his hands. You know, I hope it's enough to take care of. You know what sucks? That is the father of Danny Lee's child and the uncle of Danny Lee's child.
Why?
That means these people are forever linked.
My uncle and my daddy out here fighting like this. This is crazy.
And again, she's going to find this when she gets old enough on the internet.
And she is. And I'm definitely, waiting for the day where, people got to come out and be like, girl, remember when your daddy was fighting your uncle? Yeah, tacky, right? Very tacky. I'm still putting this pic stitch together so you can see this young lady.
Don't you? I told you not to.
No, I'm sending it to you. So for those who are listening and heard the screenshot photo, it's because I'm about to put Whitney on my theory here, because you need to see these two together. I know siblings when I see siblings, especially half siblings when I see half siblings. These two are related. But yeah, bowling alleys make people violent. And of course, now the baby is being sued. Shocker, shocker, shocker. I need to judge y'all for a second. We are days outside of Valentine's Day. It's been a week now. I just don't understand how and why y'all get so hateful and so mean during Valentine's Day. Because
what happened?
So I don't know this young lady. This is just some random person that I follow on social media. But this young lady decided that she needed to share the text the DMs of all the people who was seemingly looking single in her post and in her comments next to a picture of who they were spending their Valentine's Day with. And I was like, no.
All right. Why are so many of y'all just digital arsonists where y'all just want to set fire to things? That was unnecessary, ma'am. Like, that's for the group chat. Why? You know what? That's gonna come back and bite you in the ass. That's gonna come back
definitely
hard.
For the group chat. But I will tell you this: some of the comments, some of my favorite social media comments were, just make sure that that's the same person that you were in matching pajamas with. Man, mind your business. That was 2 whole months ago. Christmas was 2 months ago. Who I'm with 6, 7, 8 weeks.
60 days. A lot can happen in 60 days.
Okay. Have we not been living in the same world? Some things change. Maybe it didn't work out. Maybe I'm spending my Valentine's Day with somebody else. This isn't the matching pajama type of love no more. This is, I don't know, getting ready for Easter love. I was like, I hate how mean and just decrepit and awful y'all get on Valentine's. Violent. And then
why are y'all digitally violent?
The one young lady who was like, y'all, for a bunch of people who've been screaming, I'm single, hashtag single in real life, y'all sure got scarce on Valentine's Day. It's a whole lot of matching red. I was like, oh, okay, you minding people business again. Leave these people.
Let these people be happy, y'all. Let these people be happy. It's Kovisha is still outside, just walking around.
COVID is over. They said COVID is over. They're lifting the mask mandates. I guess it's over now.
They don't care about us.
I mean,
you can lift every mask mandate you want. I'm still wearing my mask. I don't care.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be nowhere with y'all with no mask on. First off, y'all don't cover y'all mouths. No, my phone did not just go off during this podcast. I know I put you on Do Not Disturb. Rude. Now I look, my Do Not Disturb is on. Now I look all unprofessional. Oh my God.
I mean, baby, is it an emergency?
It was from one of my emergency contacts.
Are you okay?
Yeah, we all good. It's nothing. We're fine. Sorry about that, guys.
We can stop.
No, we good. We straight.
This is live podcasting, everyone.
This is live podcasting. It's just a bunch of hard eyes and stuff. We're all good. We're straight here. Okay.
That emergency contact, gotcha.
I don't even want to record with you no more. You are an arsonist. But no,
love.
I too love. I also love, one of the funniest things though about social media is how the people who don't love seem to be the funniest people on the interwebs. Y'all are assassins. Why would you post side by sides of your inbox on that man's Valentine's Day? Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Let him be great. That is his Valentine. You did not get picked as the Valentine. It's okay. That's his Valentine. He can be out here with who he want to be. And if he was single last week and talking to you, that's last week. You talking about what happened on February 8th. We talking about what was happening on February 14th.
It gives bitter. It rings bitter and sad. And it's just like, if you had something to do this Valentine's Day, you would not have time to set fires.
Girl, your thumbs are very, very busy for Cupid's Day. You ain't got nothing else you need to be doing today? Nothing?
Like, go find a friend. There's friends that like are also single. Why don't y'all get together and like do something cute?
Yeah, there's this whole Valentine's Day thing. I don't know if you've heard about it. But yeah,
I love it.
The girls go and they get the wings and they get the wine.
They get dressed up and they look cute. They sometimes have coordinating outfits. And I was like, okay, I like it.
It's beautiful. So I went to a comedy show on Valentine's Day and the girls were out in groups. I was like, I like this concept. I'm here for this concept. I'm also here for the bitter people online because I was tickled.
You get tickled. I get upset.
There is no shortage of comedy when it comes to people being mean on the internet or hurt on the internet. Like, what?
You don't have to share us. We don't need to be in this group chat. Like, this is the power of the group chat. I don't want to be in the group chat. Rita wants to be in the group
I definitely
chat.
Should. Please just keep hitting me with the foolishness.
Please. I don't want it. I don't want it.
You don't? You're not entertained by this? No.
Mildly. Well, I have personal investment in like Valentine's Day. Like, I have personal investment in Black History Month.
Yeah, you're Black.
It's like, okay, like it's a lot of personal investment where things are going wrong. And I'm like, no, you're not going to ruin this great month of mine. We're
it's
not gonna
not
do this.
it's not ruined at all. I am here for it. So when I was at when I guess this can be story time. I don't know if it's necessarily story time, but it was very funny to me. One of the things that I noticed when I was at the comedy show, so comedians come out and they be like, "Hey, y'all, like, to be real quick, I went to see Zaynab Johnson, who is in the show Upload, which is coming back in March. So, like, y'all follow her because she is hilarious, very funny, very beautiful, hilarious. So, of course, she comes out and she's like, "Who is on a date?" And there were a lot of people who looked like they were on a date, but it was kind of weird to see like the tension of who wanted to admit that they were on a date. Mind you, this is on Valentine's Day. It was very weird to see like who was clapping, but only one person in the party was clapping. And literally, I lied to you not. I'm sitting at a table and my fiance is like behind me, but we're facing the stage. And like the couple across the table from us, when she was like, "Who's out here on a date?" Like we start clapping, and the girl across from us looks at the guy she's with and goes, "Are we on a date?" Ma'am, I swear, Whitney, I swear to God, I swear, I was like, is this like a straight person thing? Like, do straight people not know when they on dates? The gays absolutely know when they're on. I never been on an accidental date.
Yes, there's been times where you question, like, is this a date or is this like a friendship gathering?
God.
Yes,
y'all are an interesting group. Like, she literally
sitting why y'all are not.
And I wanted to lean in and be like, "So what's happening here?" But it was none of my business. Because you know what we say every week, it costs you nothing to mind your damn business. I sat there and I enjoyed the show, but they ordering drinks, they sharing French fries, they're having.
Oh no, if you sharing French fries, that's a date.
I thought so.
Not my fried potatoes.
She looked at
absolutely
him,
not.
And he looked at her and she goes, "Is this a date? It's Valentine's Day. It's after 8 p.m. I just feel like whoever you're spending your time with after 8 p.m. on Valentine's Day is in fact your date, right?"
It's a date. Yeah,
or no, they weren't sure. I didn't hear the conclusion. I just hope that couple.
You reminded your business?
I had to. I had other things to think about. I
knew I was
on
a date.
I knew the Valentine's girls who was near the stage, they were absolutely on a friend's date. But the young couple who was sitting across from us, they didn't know. The girl was like, "Is this a date? Ma'am, how did y'all get here?"
Wild. Absolutely wild. No.
I was beside myself. I was like, "I'm going to ask Whitney about this the next time I talk."
I don't know, child. I've been married for like 3 years.
Ever.
And then like
you've been married
5 years before that.
Y'all was
just dates.
Y'all been married for 17 whole years. So
45 years, child.
Celebrating your 50th anniversary next year. Yeah, it sounds about right. But I was like, oh,
COVID ages people's marriages, child.
Yeah. Okay. As it ends a lot of people's marriages too. The divorce rates are the closer we get to going back outside. Well, y'all already outside, but you know, soon as them lawyers' offices started opening back up, it got real sketchy.
Yeah, hang in there. Hang in there, you guys. Remind yourselves why you love each other.
Real quick, I do want to give an update. So last week, I was very upset about the Dave Chappelle clip that came out, and I like to be a fair person. As a person who received more information, I would like to circle back to Dave Chappelle's comments on my comments on Dave Chappelle being against fair housing. With more information coming out and having a little bit more background on the story, I do realize that Dave Chappelle does not have an issue with affordable housing. His issue, and this is a very valid issue, is with companies and developments. As a person who used to work for a large property management company that did do rehabs and developments, companies and developments will come into neighborhoods and they will buy land, and they will tell everybody in that community everything that they want to hear in order to be able to build there. And the community will say, "We want a community center. We want more green space." And then they try to accommodate all of those things. They listen really intently just so they can make sure they can include all of those things, but still get the most profit out of whatever they're building. And it seems, or it has come to light that, the company who planned to develop this area of Ohio had some ulterior motives, meaning that, initially it was supposed to be single family units, and then it became condos, and it was supposed to be affordable housing, but the housing actually wasn't going to be affordable, and it was more so profit maximizing. Y'all know all of this stuff that comes along with living in a capitalist society. So I would just like to say that hi Emmy. I would just like to say that my particular comments were very, very harsh against Dave Chappelle. And I would like to retract those comments with a little bit more information. I realized that I would be pissed off too if y'all tell me I'm supposed to be getting one thing from my community and now you're trying to give me another. And I might be so inclined to divest if I feel like you're not being genuine. So that is me learning more information and coming out and saying that I was wrong and I apologize. I would also like to point out that Whitney has her daughter sitting on her lap and she is snatching headphones and she brought a guitar in and she about to give us music. What is happening here? There is a lot going on. Oh, Whitney then muted this baby.
Sorry, I had to mute.
Why you mute this baby?
She's playing her guitar.
And she came in with a guitar to give us a show. Hi, Emmy. Emmy has made her first appearance on our podcast. Everybody,
you have something you want to say?
No.
Yes. Oh, you want me to take the
she said take the
head
head
out of my ears?
All right, so we just gonna go ahead and end the podcast here because clearly you got some other things you need to be doing today.
My employer.
Not a problem. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in this week. As always, we always want to hear your problematic stories. So
yes, please.
If you've got a story, if you think it's funny, or if you think it's problematic, you want to let us know, please write to us at theproblematicpod@gmail.com. We always want to hear from you. You guys have a great week. Say bye, Emmy.
Bye. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye.